We are about a week away from the MechaBreak Season 1 to begin, and we are still missing lots and lots of infos. Of course, I'm hoping that will change in the next few days, but there are two major things I really have to talk about, which we know nothing about, and that is a huge problem for the game. That is A, monetization, and B, the new mechers and what is happening with the old strikers. And if you're like, wait, monetization, Mo, are you not a little bit too late? You know that the game is out, right? You can definitely see the monetization. Yeah, no, look, I'm not talking about the 50 euro slash dollar skins they're selling to you. Look, it's a free-to-play game, and if they think that's the worth of the skins, sure. Do I agree with that? No. I think it's ridiculous how much money they're asking for those skins. But again, it's a free-to-play game. It's not like Diablo 4, which is asking you 80 bucks or even more if you also want the expansion, and then is still offering you 40, 50, $60 skins, and you go, what the hell is going on here, right? It's a free-to-play game. The skins do nothing, and I don't mind that. What I do mind is the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass was something I bought for myself, right? Because I wanted to support the game, the developers, and there were actually some items I actually enjoyed having. So I bought that thing, and even though I'm now a top 200 player, have over 100 hours in the game in just 2 months, I have barely half of the Battle Pass unlocked. How is that possible? Like, I invest tons and tons of time into this game. I have already paid for the Battle Pass, and it still takes far too long to get all the things you want. You really have to be selective about the things you want to get in the Battle Pass, and that's not really how a Battle Pass should be. And I will be completely honest, that probably means that next season, if they are not raising the speed of how you are getting points, then I will not buy the Battle Pass. Again, I'm a top 200 player. I have a 70 to 72% win rate, and I'm still not done with that damn Battle Pass, because the reality is also the higher you are getting in ranking, the longer it takes till you find the game, and even worse, if you are losing a match, you're not getting any points for the Battle Pass. And before anybody says, Mo, you were getting points for the Battle Pass. Oh, yeah, right. The 10 points out of the 16,000 I need for the next unlock. Like, keep in mind, normally you get, when you have paid for the Battle Pass, of course, around 300 to 400 points is the average, but you only get that when you win. And I'm like, why are you punishing the people when they lose? I mean, I get it. You're not giving people points when they are raising up in ranks, right? Like, when they are losing there, you're not giving them the points. That's how it should be. But this is a Battle Pass. This is not a ranking system. And when you lose a match, which does happen in this game, then yes, you should get the same amount of points like the people who have just won. And they're not doing that. And that's in itself already infuriating. And again, I'm at a 70 to 72% win rate. I am winning most of my games, and I'm still not done yet. I can only assume how this must feel for people who are at 60 or even lower percent win rate, right? So they have to change that, but they also have to change how many points you are getting. And I know what you might be thinking right now. Mo, I didn't buy the Battle Pass. I don't care. This doesn't matter to me. I don't care for skins. Well, it should. It really should, because here's the thing. It's a free-to-play game. That means it is conceptualized as an idea of, yes, they know that there will be people who do not pay for any of the skins. They are the free-to-play players. And the idea is that then there are other players who are basically paying for you, right? So in that case, when the people who are supposed to pay for you don't really want to do that anymore, we have a problem. The game has a problem, and that has to change. So again, please, Amazing Season Games, like, a Battle Pass, especially when you paid for it, should be not something you have to work your ass off to get all the things you want, because, well, again, you have already paid for it. Like, Don't make it a hustle. All right. But now let's talk about something which you definitely care for. And that is the new strikers who are coming in, right? We know that there are two new strikers who are coming in. We already know that the one is a little bit more melee focused, the other one will be a sniper. We basically already know the names of them, and they're coming in. And they will be, again, in the free battle pass for season 1, and you can obtain them like the season 0 strikers. But here's the big question. What happens to the old strikers? What happens to Stellaris, Zenith, and Inferno? Because we know that they will go out of the battle pass, right? Because the battle pass will disappear and everything with it. So what happens to the 3 strikers? There are basically 3 options here. And I will talk about the worst case scenario first. And please don't do that, Amazing Season Games. Please, I beg of you, that they are actually removing the strikers and put them in some sort of gacha game rotation. You know, like how the gacha games are doing it, that yes, those strikers will come back in like 3 to 6 months, and then you have another chance to unlock them. If they're doing that, the game is dead in the water. Like, this is the end of the game. It's a PvP game. It's not a PvE game. It does matter when those strikers are not obtainable. Like, let me give you an example. Inferno and Stellaris are right now very, very powerful strikers. And just think about that. You're a new player, you are coming in, and they're telling you, oh yeah, you know, like one of the most OP strikers right now? Ah yeah, you cannot get that. Maybe come back in 3 or 6 months, and then you might be lucky. Like every new player is just like, yeah, okay, I'm out, bye. Like, you really don't want that. The second option would be that they are rotating them out of the battle pass, but they still make them available through points. And what they would have to do is they would have to introduce a new point system, how you can acquire them. Or, if they are crazy, they are still using the battle pass points you will also need for season 1 to acquire the old strikers. But again, if they would do that, it would take so long. And again, what happens with the people who are coming in after half a year? And I know what you are thinking, this doesn't matter. No, it does, because MechaBreak is a hero shooter at heart, right? It is a hero shooter with mechs. And we have hero shooters out there like Overwatch 2, like Marvel Rivals, who do it just so much better, who just say, you know what? Here's the new hero, have fun, let's go, right? There are no restriction to it, and they show to people that yes, it can be done. So that's what I hope will be the best case scenario. After they are moving out of the battle pass, they will become available to everyone. And I know what you think, but Mo, I have paid for them with my battle pass points. Why do other people get them for free? Well, because don't be so selfish, and B, no, to actually give a real answer. This makes sense when you think about that we are getting more and more strikers, right? And what that basically allows you when you are paying with the battle pass points is to get them right now. Like, you use those strikers probably the last 2 months, and people who would have not invested the points would have had to wait for 2 months to utilize them. So it does make sense to put them into a point system. Again, if somebody would ask me, I would just make all strikers always available at no additional unlock system or anything, but it's clear that they are not doing that. But make it so that after some time, they will be available for everyone, and the people who bought them for points had the opportunity to basically play them early, right? And I think that would be the best solution. I'm just hoping that they're not rotating them out and handle them like a gacha game, because that would be absolutely devastating for the game. It would be a red line for me, and I know enough people who would just look at it and go, nah, I have other hero shooters to play. No, thank you. And again, MechaBreak already has a player number issue, so they better play ball or nobody will play the game anymore. That's the last thing we really need as fans of the game. So I hope in the next few days we are getting all the information about what to expect in Season 1. When that happens, I will keep you, of course, posted, as always. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you leave a like. And also, if you're new to the channel, I would also appreciate if you would subscribe if you want to see more MechaBreak videos. And also sometimes live streaming. I will definitely live stream me climbing the ranks again to the top 200 in Season 1 here on my YouTube channel. So if you want to check that out, don't forget to also ring the bell icon that you know when the live stream is going live on YouTube. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. Bye-bye.